Here are your Court News Ohio top stories in 5 minutes.
The Ohio Supreme Court on September 25th found that part of a rule governing the conduct of candidates running for judge is unconstitutional. The complaint was filed against 11th District Court of Appeals Judge Colleen O'Toole, in part stating O'Toole violated a conduct rule by wearing a badge claiming she was a judge during a time when she did not hold judicial office. O'Toole served as a judge in the 11th District from 2004 to 2011. She ran for the seat again in 2012. The court agreed with the commission it appointed to review the case that a public reprimand for the misconduct was appropriate. However, the allegation that O'Toole's website was crafted in a way to mislead readers into thinking that she was a sitting judge running for re-election was dismissed. The court stated that the part of the conduct rule related to this allegation violates the candidate's constitutional right to free speech.
The Ohio Supreme Court on September 17th determined that mineral rights holders can strip mine for coal on more than 600 acres owned by the state in southeastern Ohio. In a 6-1 decision, the court ruled that the contract between the Ohio Department of Natural Resources and the mineral rights holders did not exclude strip mining as a method to extract coal from about 10% of the Jefferson County property. The case will be sent back to the trial court to determine the extent of strip mining that is reasonable, as required by the contract. The decision reversed a 7th District Court of Appeals ruling. Lorain County Common Pleas Court Judge James Burge is disqualified from acting as a judge because of an indictment for 6 felony counts. The Ohio Supreme Court issued the order on September 25th. The charges alleged against Judge Burge in the indictment by a special grand jury include 3 counts of tampering with records and 3 counts of having an unlawful interest in a public contract. In the order signed by Chief Justice Maureen O'Connor, it notes that it is further ordered that he shall remain disqualified while any and all indictments filed in the Lorain County Court of Common Pleas are pending and until further order of this court.
For its biannual offsite court program, the Ohio Supreme Court traveled to Portage County on September 24th for an official court session held at Ravinia High School. The justices travel across the Buckeye State twice a year to enhance students' understanding of the legal system. Chief Justice Maureen O'Connor told the students that the program is usually held in county courthouses, but said it was smart to hold this session in the school auditorium.
The goal of the off-site court program is to teach students a little bit more about our judicial system. So holding a court in a high school campus not only makes a lot of sense, but we have a captive audience.
Nearly 1,000 students, the most ever for an off-site court program, from a dozen area high schools, heard 3 appeals in person and were able to interact with the justices, attorneys, and court staff. Before oral arguments, the students studied case material with local attorneys to have a better understanding of what they were hearing. After sitting in on the cases, they were able to ask questions and talk about the legal issues with the attorneys who argued the cases.
It was like a really big honor to be able to see this, and we ended up really appreciating to actually apply what we were learning in the class.
This is the first time Portage County had hosted the program.
The Supreme Court of Ohio voted to hire law clerk Jay Mackey as its new reporter of decisions. Mackey, who joined the Supreme Court in July 2013 and serves as a senior judicial attorney for Justice William O'Neill, will begin his new duties on October 6th. Mackey will lead the office that is responsible for editing, reporting, and publishing the Supreme Court's opinions, rulings on motions, miscellaneous orders, and rule amendments. The reporter also manages the process of reporting the justices' votes on individual cases. Prior to serving in Justice O'Neill's office, Mackey worked for nearly 6 years in the Office of the Ohio Public Defender. Avon Lake Municipal Court Judge Daryl Bellancini played both sides of the field for the past 9 years, as he served as a part-time judge and a part-time civil law attorney. Now he hung up his shingle and dons a robe as he became a full-time judge at the municipal court on September 15th. The Ohio Supreme Court in May submitted a review and analysis proposal to the General Assembly that supported the need for a full-time judge at the court. Even with the increased caseloads over the past 10 years, the review noted that Judge Bellancini would still have a thinner caseload compared to other municipal courts across the state. The board recommended that he sit by assignment in other nearby jurisdictions as needed. His salary will increase from just over $65,000 a year to just over $114,000.
That's a look at Court News Ohio's top stories. Visit courtnewsohio.gov for the latest headlines on Ohio's courts. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter.